Should be going live right now.
We are. Welcome, everybody, to the day before Thanksgiving 2019. It's episode 264 of Hump Day Hangouts. We are all here, and I will put in a quick suggestion. If you're watching this live, put a question on the page. I think everyone's already headed out for their travel plans. We got a few questions, but we're going to go through those, and then we all are heading out to do our things, too. So if you got a question, by all means, get it on the page so we can help you out today before we head out and do our Thanksgiving stuff. So real quick though, let's take a minute and say hello to everybody. We got everyone here. So Bradley, what, I guess one, how you doing? And two, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?
First, I'm doing very well. Second, let me mention real quick. Yes, what Adam just said is true, guys. We're happy to cut out early today on Hump Day Hangouts, but we are here as always. So, you know, if you've got questions, post them. Otherwise, as soon as we run out of questions, we're out. So, but I'm doing quite well. You know, I by the way, if anybody missed out on the YouTube ad or the Google Ads branding course, wow, it's turned out really good. And now it's been edited. The 3-hour-long webinars now have been edited into like 15 lessons for, that's just session one. We're going to do the next session on December 9th. So I don't think you can get early bird special anymore, but we might have something on Friday. Maybe. That's maybe. We'll see what happens on Friday, right? Lastly, as far as for Thanksgiving, I got my daughter for 5 days. I actually just got back from picking her up. She's downstairs, so she didn't have to listen to me talk about marketing for the next hour. But it's good because I've got her for 5 days, and we've got 2 different Thanksgiving dinners planned, one tomorrow, one on Saturday. And just looking forward to taking a few days off and spending it with my daughter. Awesome. How about you? What are you doing?
I'm headed out. I picked an unfortunate time to head to the beach. We're going to Big Sur. If anyone's familiar with that, it's a lot of forest, a lot of really scenic areas right on the beach there on Highway 1 in California. It's probably an hour and a half southwest of Santa Cruz. But we got a massive storm coming on the west coast of the U.S. and it's just been dumping rain. So I'm going to cross my fingers and hope for the best.
Oh, man. Good timing, huh?
Yeah, we might be doing I don't know, a turkey on a Coleman stove or something. So,
what, no camping outside?
Well, we got a little cabin, but it's just kind of more of a structure than a like full on cabin. So we'll see how it goes. I may have a story for you guys next week if I make it back alive. So, Hernan, how about you, man? What are you doing for your Thanksgiving in Buenos Aires?
We don't do that. But I'm happy to see you guys eating turkey and all that stuff. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to be here, and I have my friend Humpy with here. And then what is Humpy saying? You're a kinky motherfucker. What? Oh yeah, that if you go to semanticmastery.com/Black Friday, there's going to be some good stuff coming up. Daily deals. Don't miss it, including that stuff that Bradley did. He always over delivers like a crazy person, and you know, it's really good stuff. So go to semanticmastery.com/Black Friday to get your stuff and invest in your business instead of like getting a new TV that you don't even need. So
definitely. And I was gonna say, you know, Hernan, I'm looking right now. I just hopped in to look at the stats. We've had 262 people go so far. You can go to semanticmastery.com/Black Friday right now, and we've got 3 free training videos that haven't been seen. One of them is brand spanking new that nobody has ever seen. So we've got that up, but that's coming down at midnight tomorrow. So if you haven't gone over there, by all means, head over there. If you're watching this after the fact, after Friday, that's too late, but that's all right. You got 2 days to get over there and check it out. Let's see.
Chris, what the hell are you doing over there, man?
Yeah, Chris, how are you doing, and how's your microphone?
Yeah, I wanted some attention, you know, like you're taking too long, guys. Yeah. So yeah, like I'm pretty good here. I'm happy that I don't have to eat boatloads of foods. I enjoyed Thanksgiving last year while I was on a cut, and it pretty much destroyed me. Let's call it that way. It threw me back 2 weeks. So I'm happy that I can pass on that experience this year, and yeah, enjoy the cold weather here in Austria. Like I'm super excited because it's snowing.
Wow.
Ooh, nice. See, hopefully I don't get any sound here. I'm trying to bring up something. All right, Marco, I guess, yeah, let's get the Costa Rica weather update. And what are you going to be up to for the next few days?
No Thanksgiving in Costa Rica. We don't celebrate it, but I mean, to all of you who celebrate it, hope you have a great time. I hope your table is full and that you have lots of blessings on the table, not just for Thanksgiving, but for the rest of the year. So yeah, by all means, enjoy it. Now, I'm working on my my charity webinars. Every year I do something for charity, and last year went over really well. I did 4 webinars, and we just had a ton of people attend. And you know, I'm known when it's about the kids. I'm known to give away a lot of knowledge that maybe shouldn't go out, but I don't care. It's for the kids, and if you donate, you can come to the webinar. I'll drop the donation link on the page, and anyone who wants to donate, go there and make a donation, or go find me. Go to one of the Semantic Mastery's the free group. Go to my page, right, Marco Benavides. I'm in Facebook, and all of the instructions are there on what you need to do to attend the live webinar. Things are good, man. So when things are good, it's good to give.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah, and be doing a little bit of that. It's good to, just in general, I do try to do some reflection around this time of year and think about, you know, hey, I'm joking about going out and being cold in the rain, but it's my choice to do it. I'm glad, you know, for the things I've got, and for having not only you guys as partners, but also, you know, being able to converse with people, help other people out on Hump Day Hangout. So we'll talk about this more at Christmas. We got some good stuff coming up too. But we'll concentrate on this week. We got some cool Black Friday stuff coming up. So like I said, and Hernan did, go to semanticmastery.com/Black Friday. And then that will automatically roll over. Training goes away midnight tomorrow, but then we're going to have some just killer deals coming up at 12:01 a.m. starting Friday. So
Sweet.
yeah, I'm pumped. I'm getting excited. So real quick, I wanted to say though, if you're new to Semantic Mastery, you're in the right place. We're going to get to some questions here shortly. You can come here every week. Just go to semanticmastery.com/HD questions. And you can ask your questions ahead of time, which we highly encourage. Just keep it to one question. I know it's tough sometimes, but people start writing paragraphs and we have to skip if there's too many questions, because we want to make sure we're fair and get to all the questions. But then the next step would be grabbing the battle plan. If you want step-by-step processes for getting results, things like your age domain, or you got a new website you're putting up, or a YouTube channel, or whatever it is you want to do, go to battleplan.semanticmastery.com, pick it up. It's a steal. We put in a ton of awesome bonuses. It is a value bomb. And after that, if you've got clients and you're wanting to grow your digital marketing agency or business, then come join us in the mastermind. Go to mastermind.semanticmastery.com. And for everyone that likes saving time, that's me, right? And if you want to not only save time, but get things done very, very well, the first time, go to mgyb.co. Originally, the stuff started out as our done-for-you services and things like syndication networks, ROAS, Drive Stack, stuff we had certainly taught about, and you can still buy the courses if you want to understand the real nuts and bolts and maybe have someone do it for you. But if you want it done quickly and you want it done professionally, head to mgyb.co. You can check it out, and we've added on link building, press releases, all sorts of awesome stuff, which there might be some Black Friday stuff going on, but we'll hold off on that until Friday. So other than that, guys, do we have anything else that we want to cover?
I don't think so. I'm ready to answer some questions and get the hell out.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, Humpy says yes.
Humpy's cursing since the day, so I'm just gonna mute myself and let Bradley do its thing.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let me grab the screen. Sweet. You guys should be seeing my screen now, correct?
Correct.
All right. So it looks like Dustin B was the first one up. He says, if I get a penalty on the www.domain, so it's the subdomain with www as the subdomain, can I delete the subdomain and redirect it to the root without passing the penalty? No, not if you're just doing a straight redirect. You can't do that. It will pass the penalty. So, or is it better to just delete www without redirecting it and installing the site on the root? Yeah, you can. I mean, you could do that because essentially, well, let me think about that. Marco, what say you? Because I know with www, a lot of the times will be, it's still treated as a subdomain, but just installing it on the root because some people will have maybe linked to you, whatever's causing the penalty. Let's see, I've got to admit Hernan, there he is. Whatever's causing the penalty could also cause it. Remember, people, if they link to the root domain version of it, if you had your domain set up on www and they were canonicalized to each other, or they auto redirected from your root domain to the www version or whatever, then if people built links to it without www in the domain, then it's still going to be pointing links back to the root domain, even if you remove reinstall the site on the root domain, if that makes sense. So I know if you just did a redirect from the www subdomain to the root domain, and then kind of pushed the installation of the site onto the root and lost the www, it would still pass the penalty. So what's the best way to go about that, Marco?
Yeah, I was thinking about this question really hard and think, okay, so how would I do this? Because I've just lost my www. And if I did any, as you said, any link building to it, because you're still going to have, it depends on the penalty, right? But you're still going to have a ton of links coming to the www, especially the way we teach it, because we use all variations of the URL
right
when we link build. So you're going to lose that. You're going to lose anyone who's still, and there are people who still type out www dot and then the address, right? There's still people who do that. Now, you are going to pass a penalty if you're 301. Yep. There's no question.
Yep.
Now, what if, right? So I'm just thinking, like, this is theory, guys. I hardly ever do this unless I test it, but this is theory, and this is something you could try. What if you set that subdomain to no index, no follow, and then have Google crawl it? Right? Go into Search Console, have Google recrawl and see that it's set to no index, no follow, and then 301 it to the non-www version, or even the HTTPS version, right? To the non-www, and then everything is redirected again to the HTTPS. You might lose the penalty with a couple of jumps and with a no index, no follow on the subdomain that's causing the problem. Now, what's the problem? I mean, how did it get penalized? How do you know that it was penalized? Was it a manual? Because a manual, if you remove whatever it is that's offending Google, you can request for reconsideration. So it all depends on what kind of penalty. Like right now, it's even hard to get a link penalty, right? Because Google just it doesn't pay attention to links that aren't relevant. Or if you're really bad and then you're sending millions of links, then you do get an unnatural link building. You could get that, but it's usually manuals that you get. So trying to think it through, you may not pass a penalty if you do a double hop, or it might take time for it to catch back up. So you're going to have to test on this and see, but by all means, move it to the non-www. And remember that any links going to that, you'll lose that once you remove that www if it doesn't get redirected. So you're going to have to redo all of those links, especially if you had some really powerful links coming through there. That's what I would recommend trying. Again, theory. I haven't done this. I haven't ever tried it. But in theory, if Google sees that it's no index, no follow, then there's no reason for that website to be penalized anymore.
Yeah.
Right. Can you, real quick, this is more like a question. Can you redirect? I guess you could. Like you could redirect a subdomain outside of the root and then back into the root.
You could.
Like,
yeah.
Like so as to clean it up.
You could. I was gonna suggest, something that would be a little bit more elaborate, because I've done something similar in the past, where not specifically I've done it to an external domain and then redirected the external domain back to the domain that had the penalty, but just on a different subdomain or a different subdomain entirely. But here's what I was thinking might also work. Again, this is theory, but it would be inserting Google in the middle of it, which could absolutely reduce or eliminate any negative equity, link equity from coming back through. Something you might consider would be like creating a G site mirrored to what the original site was, so you have the same page structure and all of that, linked from the subdomain, redirect all of the on a page by page basis to the G site. And then from the G site, you could have the pages that are built with the linking back to your root domain, right? It's a mirror of the site anyways. You could even iframe those pages into the G site pages, if that makes sense, so that you're pointing any negative link equity that's come through that might be why you've got a penalty to the G site, which we already know the G site will clean that up. It won't penalize itself. So you'd actually be passing page rank to your money site pages on the new domain, whether it's the root domain or whatever, a different subdomain, whatever, but it would be filtering through the G site. I don't know. I've never actually I've done that with an external domain before, but not with a G site. What do you think, Marco, about that?
Yeah, I'm really liking that, especially if you you can map out your custom domain, right? The www version over to Google, so that stays, but you still have the G site underneath, right?
Right.
And that'll filter out any this is guaranteed. That'll filter out any penalty that could have, which is but we'd have to see what the penalty is. You guys, you don't tell us what the penalty is, then we can't really give you the advice or the answer that you need. But yeah, I mean, again, in theory, you get 301 that penalize subdomain, that www, which is a subdomain, to a G site, which links over to the root where the new site was built, and it can all be the same content, and Google won't give a shit.
That's it.
Right.
I mean, that's what I would do, because again, you're
Right.
doing you're putting an SEO shield between the penalty and your domain, right? I mean, that's what we talk about, the SEO shield. Go check it out on MGYB, and if you don't already know what we're talking about. And now you're basically doing that. You're inserting part of that shield in between the penalty and the domain. So check it out and try it. Greg's up next. He says, is there a preferred way to add a video from our YouTube channel to our website page and maintain site speed? My site pages load in around 1 second, and I don't want that to slow to 2 or 3 seconds as a result of adding videos. My goals are to increase time on my site, have specific videos, keep visitors on specific pages, increase views on the videos, and improve website ranking by adding videos, but not slow down page load times. Any suggestions? Yeah, they have lazy load plugins. You can also, I know there's some way to code that in too, but I know there's, if it's a WordPress site, they have lazy load plugins that will lazy load images, and they also, I'm pretty sure, will lazy load iframes or whatever. So videos, I'm pretty sure that you can also lazy load those, which means it will allow the page to render entirely before it will start to load the images or the external iframes, such as a YouTube video. Any other the only other, I mean, obviously if you use a CDN, but a CDN, I'm not sure, I don't think a CDN affects the loading speed of iframes, because those are external sites, right? It's just a tunnel to an external site. But a CDN, a content delivery network, would still allow your page itself to load incredibly quick. The iframe would load as slowly as it, you don't have control over that, the speed at which the iframe loads, if that makes sense. Marco, do you have any suggestions for that?
No, lazy load suggestion is perfect. I would say don't be too anal about page speed, because it's one of over 200 factors, and we don't know how much of a factor it is, everything else considered. And since what we teach, page speed doesn't really matter. Nothing matters. It's the 3 pillars, right? It's foundational principles. What we teach: activity, relevance, trust, and authority, and how we build that up. So if you go from 1 second to 2.2 seconds or whatever, doesn't matter. It's not going to matter to anybody, especially someone coming and they see the video. You have it in a prominent place where the person can watch the video. They're going to wait for that video because they want to watch the video. You've driven them to your page. Now, if it's taking a ton of time to render, that might cause a big deal. But you can just do it lazy load and have it render after the page loads, and you're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, like,
yeah, there's never. Sorry, Bradley, but just to piggyback what you said, there's never, like, there's not a good reason why you shouldn't be using a CDN anyways. Cloudflare being free, or something like that. So you should be using it anyways. So
yeah. I mean, it'll help to load the page quicker. It also will load the page from multiple servers or from multiple locations. So and also helps in case something happens where your site goes down for whatever reason. People can still view the pages, that kind of, because they're cached. So there's a lot of good reasons to have a CDN. It's good for security. There's a lot of reasons for that, but it will help the page itself to load quicker. Again, it's not going to help the iframes to load any faster because those are external sites. It's just a tunnel to an external site within your web page, right? So you don't have any control over that, but you can control at which point does that load, so that you can tell that, like, again, with a lazy load plugin, you're basically telling the page to render before it will start to load any external iframes, essentially embeds. So, okay. Try it and see. Let's see. Tom says, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks, Tom. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Fitz, what's up, Fitz? He says, on Marcus Charity, is he going to give a 30-minute call if they donate a certain amount to his charity this year?
No, this year I've decided to match donations dollar for dollar.
Very cool. Okay. So there you go, Fitz. Adam's got the Black Friday special there, and we're almost out of questions, guys, which we're only 20 minutes.
However, sorry, Bradley, but I think Adam, I'm not sure if he's here because he needed to start driving, but I think that we have a deal in the Black Friday deal that we're doing, that if you spend X, you get some consultant time with me, with us, like not with me, but with us as a group.
Yeah, Hernan's gonna come to your house and have Thanksgiving dinner with you.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna cook the turkey, and then
I was about to say we should make it the other way. We could be like, yeah, you get an hour with Hernan, you just got to go to him. So
right, she needs to fly down here, and then we do that from Monday 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. and then you go back, you fly up another 9 hours or whatever. But yeah, weren't there like a deal that we were?
Yeah, we've got both for Semantic Mastery and MGYB, depending on, if you're spending your money in both places, that's great. And we can certainly work something out, but we've got, I don't want to give it away, but I will say go to semanticmastery.com/Black Friday on Friday or over the weekend. And yeah, you'll be able to see what you can do there. MGYB is also going to have a great promo, and depending on how much you spend, you can get consulting time with the team for free as a bonus.
Yeah. So bottom line, go to semanticmastery.com/Black Friday, update that daily because the deals galore is going to be there. And one of them will include some consulting time with Bradley one-on-one. And he likes to get like, kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna roll over and kiss your wife and then roll over the other way and kiss me. Walt says, pumpkin or pecan pie for Thanksgiving, which will benefit my SEO the most? Well, I don't know which will benefit the SEO, but both pumpkin and pecan pie. For God's sakes, it's Thanksgiving. So
right, why choose?
That's right. Lastly, Greg says, and looks like we're going to run out of questions, which means we're all going to get the hell out of here and go enjoy it with their families. Greg says, thanks guys. We'll check out the Lazy Load plugin. I do own and use SEO Ultimate plugin from Jeffrey Smith. Good choice, Greg. By the way, that's coming very, very soon. The pro version is coming out. If you're in the mastermind, you get access to that a hell of a lot sooner. I can tell you that, but really looking forward to that being launched, guys. And if you are a member, I think, of the Ultimate Plus version, that you get grandfathered in, at least some licenses. I'm not sure how that works, but it's a good choice. Either way, Greg, and it's going to get better. I promise you that. There might even be a way to make them work together well. Yeah, possibly. And that looks like it, guys. So unless you got something else you want to talk about, let's wrap it up.
If they have conflicting plugins, which we did, then all you have to do is let us know with the new version coming out, and we turn it over to the developer, and the developer will take care of it. I mean, because this is going to be fully supported. That's why it's a paid version of the plugin. There is a programmer that's behind this, a developer. There's a whole team behind the pro version of the plugin. Plus, we're in the middle of all this too, and we always take care of the people who use our products and services.
Yep.
Man.
Yep.
Happy Thanksgiving to you all. Go eat food, be merry.
Happy Thanksgiving. Fun. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I just want to say I'm really thankful for you guys for coming in, asking questions, and joining the group, the free, the paid. I'm really thankful for all of the support throughout this year. I'm really thankful for my partners here. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Have an awesome time.
before we go, sorry, sorry to stomp on that, Hernan. I feel the same way, obviously, but I wanted to say something. I had 3 different calls yesterday, 3 different people, potential clients, and all of them had no firm plans for Black Friday. If you run a business where you have some sort of contact with your potential clients or clients, do yourself a favor, write an email, send people out. If nothing else, you can always send them out a good faith or goodwill email saying, hey, here's all the cool deals in the industry that I've found. Help them out. If you've got things you could do or you have for sale, maybe it's a productized service that you could offer a discount on, send it. It's not just about, oh, you're just raking in the money, but, people are expecting it. I'm looking, we create offers, but I'm also looking for deals over the Black Friday weekend. So, don't think just because you don't own like a physical goods store or something that you can't get in on this. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do and create some goodwill, amongst your network. So do it.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, let's wrap it up then, guys. We will see you all next week. Happy Thanksgiving once again. Bye, guys.
See you, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.